Thank you, Corey, so much for making time to being with us. We hope that next time when we invite you, you will come, you'll join us, and you'll be able to share your wealth of experiences. I believe that whatever you have shared is going to go down well with the people who have listened and watched. The people will still watch on replay because we have people who are viewing later. And I hope that that will add value to them. Want to excuse, if you want to leave, I'll move to the next session with the group.
Great, wonderful. Thank you very much, Winnie. Thank you all, and have a great day, and feel free to get in touch. Thank you, Winnie.
Thank you. So thank you, guys, for being here, and thank you for participating. I'm still pushing you to make sure that you're not hiding yourself behind the scenes. That was an opportunity for you to network, get to know him, get to know how he gets these opportunities to speak out, to speak in the world. And I think for some of you who have spoken, there you've got the opportunity, there you've networked, there is the opportunity. I want to look at our session today. And I thought that if I could look at this session, maybe for those who have been hiding, because it really kills my heart when I see you want to get out, but you're holding back yourself, and you want to be the powerhouse behind the executive. For sure, there are some things you have to work on, and you have to work on those things, because then you will not be asking others why you're not being visible, or you should stop asking people to help you, because there are some things people can help you, there are some things they can't help you. So I want to look at the 3 things that can help you be a game changer, and at the same time, make sure you set yourself apart. Remember, our goal was to make you see yourself as a game changer, to get out there, to actually, if there are things that we wanted to achieve during this time, is to make sure that you are a game changer assistant who is confident, bold, who is sought after, who is recognized. And some of these things can't happen unless you address all the things we've been addressing this week. That is why we've given you the opportunity, because we believe you need that opportunity. And if you didn't go through session 1, 2, up to today is day 5. Each day we went through something that you needed to address. If you haven't addressed some of these things, it will be so hard for you to get help or to get yourself out. You have to do the work. Our job is to tell you what it is that you don't know. Remember, we said you only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. So we open the door, and it's for you to get in. If you don't get in, you remain outside. And you have to make that choice or that decision, which is so key. And today, I just want to share a bit of the 3 things that helped me, and the 3 things that can help you as an executive assistant, because I believe if you know where you are and you know where you want to go, okay, then you'll find a way to reach where you want to go. And you can't do that without having a roadmap. So as a game changer assistant, you need your own blueprint, or if you want to call it map, or you want to call it direction, whatever you will call it, but you need that for yourself. You need that, and it's important, because without that, you won't get anywhere. So you are in the right place if you are an assistant struggling to win a promotion, because if you are struggling really to win a promotion, you will realize from day 1, there are certain things you haven't, maybe there are certain things you haven't addressed. Could be your mindset. And looking at day 1, you'll begin to ask the questions you need to ask. That is, if you are honest that you have really been having a rough time getting the next promotion or winning the promotion. If you are sick of being unappreciated and you are ready to find an easier, more reliable way to be appreciated and to be visible. Maybe one of the things that has kept you where you are is because you feel unappreciated. You've reached the end. You've said, I will not try anymore. I'm just going to stay. I'm just going to be there. And that's it. I've done everything. I will not do anymore. So you're here in the right place. You want to become a game changer, and you want to have a blueprint that will give you a direction on how do you become a highly sought after, highly paid, highly recognized, appreciated person. We all seek to be appreciated and be rewarded. And I think if you really looked at all the sessions that I shared from day one, you will find there are things that you have maybe ignored. And maybe that is why you are not sought after, highly paid. You're not winning, or you're not even applying. Let's start there. You're not maybe even applying. When the opportunities come, you're not applying. Why? Because where you've reached, you just say, that's it. I'm just going to stay here. There's nothing more for me. Or there's no opportunity for me. Maybe that's your belief. And before we start, maybe it's time to turn off that phone of yours and maybe, like for myself, because now I'm doing this presentation, I have to close my browsers. I have so many browsers open. I know. And if you're like me, you know what it is. You are on this browser, then you move to this one, and then to this one. You're in the middle of doing this one, then that person calls you, then you go to that. So you don't pay attention. And remember, one of the things of becoming influential is to be present. So like right now, just a few minutes ago, maybe we missed an opportunity to network because we were not present. We had so many browsers on. Get rid of those distractions. You need to be present. In the moment of influence, you need to be present. So you have to be present. And I just want to look at some of the mistakes that are making you maybe or stopping you from being sought after or highly paid assistant, or maybe to be a game changer. Maybe some steps that you could use so that you are able to become a game changer assistant and you have your own blueprint. I want to look at the game changer blueprint as something that is personal. Whatever I use to get where I am, it's personal. The strategies might be the same, but I have a different destination from you. I could use the same strategies that you can use, but my destination would be different. And when we talk about the blueprint that you as a game changer assistant you want to have that based on some of the things we talked about on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because there are certain competencies you will have that will be different from me, or there's even certain places, your positions that will give you an advantage that I might not have. And that is why it's good to have your own blueprint that tells you, because this is what I know about myself, and that's where self-awareness comes from. I know I am good here, then I need to move to this. And this will get me to this, which is what I want for my life. And each of us have got our own. So the number one way to be a game changer assistant is to look at our mindset, and mindset, because everything that stops you, me, getting where I want is mindset. We looked at these things on day one. So the number one thing that is holding you back is your mindset. It's your mindset. And if you can address that, maybe you have addressed half of the problems. And if you stay until the end of this presentation, I should be having something for you, because I believe you deserve something for agreeing, giving yourself permission to listen, to begin to ask yourself the questions you need to ask yourself, because as you listen, you're asking yourself, anytime you're listening, and that is why listening is important. Anytime you're listening, you're also asking yourself. You ask yourself, like right now, I've just spoken about mindset. You start asking yourself, which mindset is holding me back? Then you begin to ask that mindset. Could this be true? Why I'm still not getting the promotion? Is it because maybe I'm afraid to speak? Because here was an opportunity. And I said there was no opportunity. And I said I want to be internationally recognized. I want to be appreciated and known. But here was an opportunity and I missed. You are listening. You are beginning to question yourself. You're beginning to look at the mindset that you hold for yourself. you're in the right place. And I would really love to know, are you in the right place? Maybe you are in the right place. Are you in the right place? I guess so, because you are here, you have said. What are some of the reasons why you joined the challenge? And now, as you begin to reflect back, what pushed you to be here today? Do you want to be here just for the sake of wanting to be here? Or do you want to be here because you know there is something that could happen and bring change to your life? These are some of the things that you can reflect on. Ask yourself. Because sometimes when you sit, and that is why it is important to have that calmness and time to reflect, it helps us to ask the questions we need to ask. I might not be able to see the chat unless I log in on my phone just to see if you're saying something. But I believe there are certain questions you're asking yourself. Why did I join here anyway? Why am I here up to this point? Why am I here? Okay. And when you ask yourself those questions, you might come with answers that will help you to get to know more about you. And maybe when you're getting to know about yourself, you start asking the other questions. Well, I'm the CEO and I'm the founder of International Renaissance Center, 2 times international best-selling author, speaker, and a coach. Well, that is me in 2021. The question is, who are you in 2021? And here is what has happened in my life, okay? Over the years, this is what has happened. I've been featured in these various media houses, local and international. And as you can see from all this, I have been able to get out of my comfort zone. Sometimes you have to. So these are some of the places where I've featured. And you'll see that local and international. In fact, I think we forgot to mention one from Lesotho. I think that one we'll ask Lucia so that we can be able to add, because I think we were featured there. But I want to say this, and maybe this is where you are also saying to yourself, but Winnie, I'm not you. That's not my blueprint. How do I see myself as a game changer assistant? I don't want to be really international. I just want to be paid highly. But I want to tell you one thing. It wasn't always like this. In 1994, actually around the time Mandela was released, I left Kenya with my 4-month-old baby, my son, my firstborn, traveled to Swaziland. So I told you, I think Lucia, maybe Naleti, and maybe Malisema, they know. I lived in Swaziland for more than 12 years. So can you imagine, I'm leaving my own country for a strange country with a 4-month-old baby. I know no one in that place. So I traveled. It was my first trip ever out of my own country. I knew nobody there. I had no social media presence, no networks, none whatsoever. I couldn't even say Sanbonane or whatever it was, Unjane, nothing. I knew only English and my local language from here. That's 1994. Okay. And then in 2001, one of my friends challenged me and said, Winnie, you're a teacher by profession, but how long are you going to sit back and wait for people to invite you to teach because you have not been able to get an opportunity to go to teach in schools? And one of the things that I really struggled with was self-doubt. Remember, I just traveled from my own country, so I wasn't doing much between 1994 and I guess 2000. I was just doing a bit of courses here and there, computer courses here and there. I was having the feelings of self-doubt, and it really took me time. And I believe by that time, 2001, when my friend challenged me that, it means there's something they had seen in me. So it meant that I have to master how to take control over myself. And I share this because I had a lot of inner voice telling me I'm not good enough. And by the way, when I was doing my degree as a teacher, the hardest thing that I had to do was teaching practice. For me, that was just too hard because I doubted myself. I didn't have any confidence. I didn't believe anyone would sit and listen to me. But this is 2001, and somebody is telling me, are you going to sit there and just wait? Are you going to let your life just go on like that? And I was thinking, why does he think that I can be able to get out and go do something? Like, what do I do? I'm just a teacher in a foreign country. Yes, I've gotten used to the place. Exactly, like, how do I get myself to get out there and do something that will change the world? Well, today I'm helping women and men around the world to fully express themselves. And maybe you might wonder what happened, because something must have shifted for me to change the way I saw myself. Remember, we talked about the number one thing that is stopping you? Mindset. And definitely, I had to discover there's something that I needed to do that needed to change, to shift and make me the person that I desired to be. You might say, this is not for me because I don't want to be known. But you know what? Being known doesn't mean going to media houses. That is my line. That is not your line. But being known will help you to win promotions easily. To be recognized as you step into the interview, they need that PA known, they can deliver. I think one of the things I heard from the presentation that has just been done is for you to be able to make your executive talk about you to other people. That is being visible and known. It doesn't have to come from you. It can come from your executive. So it wasn't until I discovered the 3 strategies that I changed my life. And these strategies, I've used those strategies to help people who go through the same kind of things and to help them to live a better life that they appreciate. And one of the things that I knew is that I knew I needed to take action. You know, when you are just going to jump and you don't know what you'll find, maybe you'll find a shark there to swallow you, or maybe you're going to learn how to swim and swim. I said, I had no social media presence. I had no friends. I was going into a new country. So I had to take action, of course, in the wilderness where I didn't know much. In 2021, I'm confident, and everything that I did started in 2001. We are in 2021. It could start today if it is you. And in my life now, I believe in myself. I'm always leading myself. Because one of the things that I realized as a leader is that until you lead yourself first, you can't lead others. So if you're sitting there and saying, Winnie, I'm not a leader. On day 2, we talked about influence as a game changer. A game changer is a leader, leading other assistants and giving way for them to follow. When you're a leader, people always look up on you for the next action. They might not tell you, but they will follow you. You want to be a game changer? You have to lead yourself first. Okay? And then I stopped listening to my inner critic. By the way, it will always be there, whether you like it or not. Even now, it's like telling me, shut up, as I'm speaking. But do I need to shut up when you need to hear what I have to say? No. So that's how you learn. There is something that you can do that can transform. Well, the 3 simple mistakes and misconceptions assistants make, and maybe before you can say to yourself, I'm that game changer, these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. These are the 3 mistakes, misconceptions that you will keep making, and they will keep you from being a game changer assistant. Fear and self-doubt. Did I talk about doubt? Yes. I was doubting myself. Before I took the jump, I had fear, lots of it, and self-doubt. I underestimated my self-worth. That's one thing that maybe has stopped you from winning the promotion. Of course, I also wanted to be comfortable. I don't want to get out. They will see me. They will judge me. For sure, they will say bad things. They will hate on me. They will throw stones. And that's what you could be feeling. Can I tell you something? You are over and above that. You can do it because you're worth much more. And you can be highly sought after, highly paid. And trust me, life can be different from today henceforth. I think you met Andrew. He was one of the speakers. And this is Andrew in 2018 when he became a winner. I still remember the day he walked into my office and he's like, Winnie, whatever it takes, I'm going with you. I'm like, going where? Wherever you will go. Winnie, you're not leaving me behind. And I was thinking like, hey, Andrew, are you serious? Like, where have you been? No, Winnie, I just got your information. I'm not actually sure where you got the information from. And he said, wherever you go, I go. Whatever you say, I will do. Before I met Andrew, even though he was still an official in the association in Kenya, Andrew struggled with visibility. Andrew has been with us from, I think, 2018. He's got, I think, 3 international awards and recognition. Andrew is an author, and Andrew gets speaking engagements. In fact, I think one time he just sent me a message, just sent me, Winnie, here is another one. I just gotten another speaking engagement. And I said, keep going. That's Andrew. You met him. I'm sure you wonder. It's true, you did. So my question is, are you ready to get recognized, become highly paid, sought after assistant without looking arrogant? I don't think you saw Andrew looking arrogant and he gets the speaking. I think even now, maybe he stopped sharing with me, but he's always getting the speaking opportunities. He's been recognized. In fact, I think when we finished the book, they now called him aside and said, do you want to write another book? We're going to help you write another book. But guess what? What did I say? Maybe let me go back to that slide. That is what Andrew did. He jumped. He didn't even know where. He's like, I'm going with you, Winnie, wherever you are going. I'm going to do whatever you say. He didn't know what I was going to say, but I think he had his own plan that I want to be a game changer. Well, you might say, Winnie, I've had enough. I need these steps. I need to move forward. Of course, you need to move forward. And the thing is, the great thing is, you can become a game changer assistant. And you can do this. You can do this. I believe it is possible. And one of the things that you will learn when you interact with me is that you can turn your doubts and fears into unstoppable confidence. When you look at Andrew, does he look fearful? Does he look like he's doubting? Can you see he just did his presentation? Because he took action, he was able to get clear the true cost of doubts and fears. Sometimes we don't take into account some of these things, but we need to start asking ourselves. He got the strategies that he needed to apply. I think even now, like I said, and with the questions he can't ask me because he already knows what to do. He knows his self-worth, and he has already created what he wanted to be known for. He's already building a self-worth. So I think one of the speaking engagements when he was going, I asked him, how much are they paying you? He was like, why did you ask me? I'm like, how much are they paying you? Then he was hesitant to ask for payment. When you don't know what you don't know, you really don't know. The only thing that I told Andrew, please get paid. I haven't asked, but my job is to make sure he gets where he needs to get. I think you met Susan. She was speaking on the first day. Susan doubted herself. I think she was missing opportunities because she didn't believe she was worthy. She called me, I think so many times, like, Winnie, I heard about you, I heard about PIA, I have to attend PIA. I'm like, Susan, where are you calling me from? Like, what is this about? Like, I heard about this thing, I need to go, but I don't know how to go. I think she told you on Monday, she said that I just told her, let's meet in Kampala. And that's exactly where we met. After that, Susan was promoted and she's now working at the Vice Chancellor's office. In fact, we spoke yesterday and she was, Winnie, I'm taking notes, I'm writing everything. I'm like, what? Yes. She said, I want just to go. She's going somewhere and I believe in her. Step 2. And one of the things that once you become unstoppable, you will discover is your authentic self. A lot of times we don't know who we are. We don't. Yeah. So you'll stop paying attention to other people's expectation. You'll give yourself permission to start listening to your own self, and you'll define life on your own terms. Imagine what could happen when you are a game changer assistant and everyone is looking up on you. Imagine. Okay. Meet Juliet, but I think she spells Juliet with an A. She also came for the symposium in 2019 in Kampala. And actually, this she posted on Facebook. I was not even aware. And everybody was like, have you seen the post from Juliet? I'm like, Juliet, what did she say? And this is what she had to say. She said, thanks, Winnie, for having the opportunity to participate in the 2019 PIA, that is the symposium that we had. It whipped all the fear within me. And in January 2020, I was nominated secretary at community level to lead members in the Savings Association. It was all about confidence and leadership skills that I gained during the symposium. Sometimes other people have to see things that you can see. That's why I said, you don't know what you don't know. Maybe she didn't know, but she's earning an extra income because now she's aware. That wouldn't have happened had she not stepped in there to see and discover what it is that she was missing. So step 3. So you have already gained the unstoppable confidence. You already discovered the authentic you. And you know, when you discover the authentic you, you have the inner power, and with inner power comes in 4 things. That is resilience, competency, confidence, and self-esteem. Some of these things, we take it for granted that we know. I was actually reading a small quote from one of the mentors I follow. And he says, sometimes you can just have the assumption that you know, but you can't know really. You can't tell. Just because you know the basic doesn't say that you know. Meet Mercy. Mercy is from Malawi, and we met, I think, in 2009. From Malawi. Remember I said in 1994, I had no social presence or connection. But we met Mercy in 2008, not 2009, 2008 or 2009. She was doing a master's in educational leadership. And out of the blue, she sends this message. And I'm thinking, oh, you even went to do a master's, and we chat for long. And she actually has finished a master's. I think if you see in one of the likes or comments, she has written something. So you will never know yourself fully until you get feedback from other people. That's why I said, even though you're afraid of judgment, there are those who will hate you, there are those who like you, there are those who will work with you. Because you can't know who is looking upon you to give them guidance on your way forward. So you want to become a game changer assistant, and I know a lot of people. By the way, all these people I'm talking about, no one comes like in this forum and says to Winnie. They just come on the side and say, Winnie, I need your help. I need to get myself there. So you want to be a game changer assistant? Maybe your answer is yes. I want to tell you one thing. It doesn't happen by itself. Each of the assistants you've seen there, and they have built their confidence, is because they implemented a specific step-by-step system. And if you've interacted with me for quite some time now, you know that I don't just do it like that, because I've got also to understand where you're coming from for me to help you to get to where you want to go. So this game changer assistant blueprints is not just a bunch of theory. And as you have seen from all these people, there is something they're doing. There is something that is transforming. And I've developed this to make sure I help assistants. I mentioned from the beginning, maybe I'll stop share for a while just to make sure that we are together. And maybe you can put on your camera and maybe you can answer. I shared before that people will approach you and they'll tell you, they'll approach me rather and say, Winnie, I need your help because I need to get to this place. I don't know what to do and I don't know what is holding me back. For that reason, I have had time to be able to create something that will help you to move forward. We've been together for 5 days and you could be saying, Winnie, now already, I know. But when you're not there, I'm not going to follow. Even if you ask like Andrew, when even he came, even sometimes when we stay like for a while without talking, he'll just send me a text. Winnie, what are you up to? Is there anything coming up? And I'm like, okay, I need to be on my toes because you expect something to be coming up that will help and transform so that you don't stay where you are. The question is, you have been here for 5 days and you're asking, how do I move forward? I said from the onset, one of the things that I've enjoyed is working with assistants, is discovery. This is a group of people who are really bringing value to organizations. And at the same time, these are the people who don't really look at them and say, I am bringing value, or I believe I am worth this much. For that reason, I work with assistants to help them to bring forth what they bring to the organization so that they can be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Because it is not everyone will appreciate their value, but you have seen from my slides that most of these people, they are enjoying that. So I want to challenge you and ask you if you really believe that you want to be a game changer, because I've developed something simple and powerful so that can help you to create your own game changer assistant blueprint that will make it easy to activate your leadership. And I've shared most of it this week. I know one thing, you can have everything ready, but then you can be still wanting to ask and to have somebody to hold you accountable. Let me see, can you see the slides? I believe so. Okay. So the question is, are you ready? And how can you apply this to your career so that you can become highly paid, highly sought after, and become a game changer assistant? I would love you to have a different life from what you have today. I would love you to be able to look back and say, 2021, I made a decision that changed my life. And that is why today I'm where I am, because I believe that I've done whatever it needed to be done for me to be a game changer assistant. I don't want to leave you also with that part that, Winnie, how do I do it? Can you be there to help me? And for that reason, I was thinking and asking myself, how do I get these people to get moving, and how do I get to help you? Because sometimes you know what to do, but you're not doing. Why? And for that reason, I want to give you an opportunity to step forward and to be able to activate your game changer plan with my help in the next 5 weeks or so, to make sure that when people look at you, they can see the transformation by the actions that you are taking. I want to make sure that your life is not what it is today, that you're the game changer assistant that you have always desired. You are highly sought after, you're well paid or highly paid, you are recognized internationally or otherwise, because it's one of the things that you deserve. Remember, if you're sought after, it's very easy for you to win in interviews. It is very easy for you to get promotions. It's very easy for you to ask for salaries that you want. When people don't know about you, they might not ask for you. Think about people when you watch certain adverts on certain things that you've ever had before. And when you go doing your shopping, the things you have seen, the things that have been advertised are the ones that you will go for. Why? Because they have been brought to the front of you. Now you say you're a game changer assistant. No one knows you in your organization. Let's not even start an organization. In your department, no one knows you. In your organization, no one knows you. Beyond your country, no one knows you. In the continent, no one knows you. How then can you claim to be a game changer assistant if no one knows you? I think also your executive maybe is not talking about you because maybe there's nothing strategic you are making happen for their lives. So no one knows you. Well, the doors are open now for those who wish to have private coaching with me. And I only have, because I think the people have been requesting, I've been saying, wait. They need help. And I just said, no, it's time for me to begin to help the people who want to be helped. I only wanted to make sure that the people who participate in the challenge, I can be able to help them so that by the time we're getting into the symposium, they will be in a place where they wish to be. So I want to give you a backstage pass into the coaching program so that you have an advantage of spending 5 weeks with me and maybe with the trainers that will come with me on private coaching to ensure that you have a game changer assistant blueprint for your life, and so that your life can be different from what it is. I believe that will really enhance what you have to offer. And if it will, I'm here to make sure that I do that for you. You've met Marisema, and before we met in 2018. And I think if you listened to her presentation, and I was so glad because she was asking, what will I say? And I said, Marisema, you have a lot of things to offer. There's so many people looking up on you and they want guidance from you. And I think when I listened to her presentation, one of the things that she said, I lacked confidence and I was able to overcome confidence, and this has boosted my morale, commitment, and work ethics in general. Marisema is the 2019 winner and maybe the longest serving winner. Watching her present, knowing and having interacted with her since 2018, a lot has happened. A lot has transformed her life. She's speaking from a place of confidence because she knows the value she's bringing forth. Today when she spoke and when she expressed her thanks and mentioning, remember we talked about networking and how opportunities are always available. She put herself out to be judged, but at the same time, she put herself out to be visible. Maybe a side chat with her could tell you how she overcame a fear of visibility, if that was the case, or a just fear of judgment. But I believe she is on the right path. One of the things that this coaching program will help you, it's to eliminate self-doubt. Because with self-doubt, you cannot even begin to speak. Because you'll think that, what will I say? Who will listen to me? Do I bring value? Do I matter? These questions you'll have. And that is why, with this coaching program, one of the first things that I need to help you deal with is self-doubt. Anytime I've met the people I've worked with, the issue that has made them stuck is self-doubt. It is so heavy that they don't realize why they have never stepped forward, even to ask for them to be promoted or to be given more income. So I believe that you can be confident and be influential and work using the strategies that I'll give you to make sure that you're shining and standing out. Because you need to stand out and you need to be recognized and appreciated. Meet Hope Kasimbazi. Hope has been working with me for the last 13 years. 13 years. I met Hope in 2007. She was the inaugural winner of the Personal Assistant of the Year award. And she was reluctant to unleash her leadership potential. But you know what? Hope holds various positions, including the Outreach Partnership Officer with the private sector, Uganda. You can see one thing that you notice from all these people. The first thing they said, I'm jumping, I'm taking the action, I need the help. Why? When you say I need the help or I'm taking action, it means you believe in yourself and in your ability. It means that you want to give yourself freedom from what has been holding you back. A lot of times, we hold ourselves back. It is not other people who hold us back. It is ourselves. And we need to address that. And I guess, if you're going to say that you're a game changer assistant, now is the time to reinvent yourself. You have to leave the old you behind. It's time. If there is any time that you need to change, it's now. It's time to reinvent yourself and make sure you're a game changer assistant. This means you are in a unique position to become the best version of yourself. You can, if you make the choice. You can. We always have that choice. So you can become a game changer assistant when you have your own blueprint, and everyone and many people can come and be able to look up on you. Meet Naleti. I think Naleti has been really having a challenge with voice. This is somebody who I watched from 2014 and really speaking up. This was the last thing. I even remember when we spoke, when she was doing her presentation, she said, I don't know if I can do this. And I said, Naleti, you can do this. And I walked away. As you can see, and as you have witnessed in the chat, you've witnessed that in the group. If you have been going through the group, you will notice the game changers there. Very easy to pick on them, very easy. They have said yes to themselves. It's not yes to Winnie. When you're out there, when people come, they don't come to Winnie, they come to you. And if you don't believe, talk to Andrew. They just go to Andrew. They don't come to me. No one has come to me. Andrew just posted that, not now, when he was getting the award, said, Winnie, I got another award. Winnie, I got another award. Winnie nominates me. And I did. I'm like, okay, let's share. Let's get you to the next award. They don't call me. They will come for you. But the decision is also yours. That's why it's important for you. Well, if you're going to unleash the best version of yourself, and that is to become the game changer assistant you've always desired to become, you need a lot of personal work so that you can be able to overcome the things that have been stopping you, the limiting beliefs, the mindsets, everything and anything that has made you not show up. You need to show up. You do. You need to show up. If there's anything that you need to do it for yourself. Meet Lise Malo. I've not seen her, but I know she's been active in the group. And she's one of the many that I met that felt as an executive assistant, I'm really unappreciated. People don't realize the value I bring forward. Told you. And this can affect your self-esteem and the way and what you think, the way you carry out yourself, the way people see you. You can be feeling unappreciated and recognized, name it. But now she feels recognized and she's more confident. This one, I think I saw her posting something recently and I'm like, okay, the world is changing. I remember the last time I was in Lesotho in 2002, she said, Winnie, my life has been different. My life has been different. Proud that people decide. So now, if you need my help and you need to be coached, helped within the 5 weeks, what does that mean? This is a private arrangement. You'll not be in a group. So the sessions will be individual. And I have only like 12 slots, not more. And I have also to talk to you before we take you in, because sometimes people could be not the right fit for the program. So it's good for you to speak to myself so that we can know whether you are the right fit. What will you have within this coaching program? You'll have 30-minute session each week that will help you to put in place the game plan that you want. Let's look at where do you want to be as a game changer assistant? Let's work on that. So you have time with me. You'll have access to some of the materials that will help you move to where you want to move faster. Instead of you trying to reinvent the wheel, we'll help you with that. And then we'll have some sessions with some guest speakers. I have so many of them. So many of them. Trust me, I have a bunch of them. They can tell you to do just one thing that can change everything. And you'll be surprised. Everybody will be like, who is this person? And they will begin to notice you. You'll have weekly assignments and accountability. The essence of meeting each week is to make sure that we have a plan. What do you want to do for this week that will get you to the next level? Then you go do the work. Then from there, you come next week, look at the next thing that you need to do to get to the next place. So you'll have additional coach and access to myself. You can text me and say, Winnie, I'm stuck here. What can I do? And then you could get the advantage of working with partners is that sometimes I can call one of my friends and partners and say, I really need help with this. Can you step in? And they will say yes. If they can't, they say, you can use this resource. It's available. So the opportunities are just massive. as you transform and make yourself a game changer assistant. You have to create this plan. You have to create this blueprint for yourself. And besides, you'll get life support and mentorship, because whenever you're working with somebody, sometimes you have to use what you have, use that worked to help them to get to where they want to get to. And a lot of times these things help. I've noticed a lot of you have got challenges with Zoom. If they're going to give you opportunities around the world, and I think one of the things that people are using is Zoom, you need to know how to use Zoom. I will provide you with that as a free resource so that you can be able to learn how to use Zoom. I had to learn it some years back, and trust me, one of the people who actually enabled me to start learning about Zoom was an assistant. That is why I said networking sometimes helps you. So you'll get the opportunity to get that. You'll also get the videos of this challenge, because those ones are going to be put together as one, and you can be watching every other day when you want to watch. And then if you decide that you are going to invest in making sure that you have coaching from me, I'll let you have access to overcoming your self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Most of the times when we don't see the value in what we bring forth, it is because we don't believe we deserve to be in that place. And with that brings you the feeling like where you are sitting, you're just an imposter. You're not the person who's meant to be there. That is something that you need to overcome. And when you make the decision to join me in this coaching program, then you will have access to that so that you can begin to see things from a different perspective. So although this is supposed to be a program that's a coaching program that will be very costly, with a value of $9.97, I was thinking, I've worked with assistants for quite some time. And these are people that need a lot of help in terms of getting out there and being sought after, highly paid. There is no way you can be able to assist these people without giving them a starting point. And we want to be able to help you so that you can get yourself out there. We want you to say yes to yourself and yes to the possibility that you are now in a place where people should be just hiring you from wherever you are. I think last year, when I was speaking in one of the videos that I was doing during the lockdown, was that the opportunities that assistants have are just too many. But I think a lot of the assistants are still sleeping, not sure, not thinking about the future and how the world is changing. Well, you've got to get started. You have opportunities. For you to be a game changer assistant, I believe you need some coaching to change some of the things that you've been doing to become somebody who is sought after. And this package, even though it's $9.97, I thought that it's good if we give the people who participated in the challenge a discount and a bonus to ensure that you can get started immediately at a value of $497 or 3 monthly payments of $197. Given that everyone is now moving online and you want to be ahead of everyone, you want to know what you must be knowing so that you can be able to join and to be able to step forward. What is one thing that you could do that could lead you to become a game changer assistant? If you need that, and I believe you all need that to be game changer assistants, then you need to get started immediately. I believe that when you get started in ensuring that you are changing and enhancing who you are, your life is about to change. And becoming a game changer assistant is one of the things that will help you to stand out be sought after, be influential, because I believe all assistants, they're bringing lots of value. But if they don't believe they're bringing any value, that is why they stay stuck. And that is why they don't appreciate what they do. So with this program, you have the option of paying it in full, $497, or paying 3 months installments. And I believe that having these opportunities can help you to enhance yourself. I believe in you, and I know one thing. This is your time, and it's your time. If you're ready to become a game changer assistant in 5 weeks or less, then it's time for you to make that decision. The choice to jump and to jump in, so that you'll not say, the challenge is over, but how do I keep the momentum going? How do I keep myself moving? How do I ensure I'm still a game changer assistant? How do I ensure that people still keep noticing that I'm there? How do I ensure that people can see me? They can come look for me. I can win in the interviews and promotions. You have the option to move forward. So with that coaching program, you've got the various payment plans. I think we had left the 2 payment plans. And I want to speak to something that you could be saying to yourself. Really, I want to be a game changer assistant. I think I know. I said something before. You can say you know, but when you say you know, you might not know what you don't know. You know what you know, but you don't know what you know. And the question is, if you think of yourself in 3 months to come, or let's say, if you think about yourself in 1 year to come, do you still want to be where you are? Given the fact that there are so many opportunities right now online for assistants, so many opportunities, so many. How then do you tap into those opportunities to ensure that you are a game changer that is visible? You need to work on yourself. And the final step is, you might ask, now that I'm going to join you, how will I pay? I think most of you have got a debit card or a credit card, and you can pay using the cards, or you can pay through PayPal. If you don't know what is PayPal, then the question is, if you're an assistant who wants to be a game changer assistant, who wants to be visible online, who wants to earn more income online, by the way, when they call you for those speaking opportunities and they are paying you, they will pay you online using these facilities. How do you go about that? Those are questions or answers that you might be asking. It's 100% risk-free, and you have to do the work. Remember, whenever you take action, the action that you take ensures that it gives you the results. So if you're taking action and you're not getting results, then maybe you need to get your refund. So you try it, you do the work, and show us that you have put the input and the effort. And for sure, if that hasn't worked, then maybe it's time to give you a refund. We believe that if you take action and do the work, then you should be able to see the results for yourself. Like I said, they don't call me, they will call you. So what will you get when you join this coaching program? You'll have the one-on-one sessions, but then you're going to find that there are people who are already in the community that are ready to support you. You'll get some free courses. I'll share with you some files of some of the things that you might need in terms of building yourself to become a game changer assistant. I normally do, and if you ask the people I've shared with you, they'll tell you. I always share with them files, templates, if they need anything to do what they have to do to become game changers. They're shining. They're shining because I've given them what they require to be out there and to be able to shine. Okay. I think some of the testimonials that we had, and you can see that some of these testimonials just are posted there, and you might just find them. You might say to yourself, well, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think this is the time. By the way, most of the times when we are running away from the work we need to do, or maybe when we actually running away from the success, our success, when we run away from our success, because most of the times we'll find that we are running away from our success, it is because we are not ready to see ourselves as successful. You need to look at this and ask yourself, do I want to be a game changer assistant who will be there for others to look up on? Do I want to be a game changer who will bring transformation in my organization? Above all, do I want to be paid highly? Do I want to be sought after? Do I want to get opportunities that I will just be saying I don't need? Imagine what could happen when you have all these opportunities. They will come and you're the one to decide, I don't want. But you know what? The decision is in your hands. So if you're serious about being a game changer assistant, please, let's connect and let's see where we can start. Because I believe that when you know where you want to be or where you want to get, you will easily get the roadmap. But you have to say yes. When you say yes, it means you are ready to transform your life. And all the people that actually said yes transformed their lives. So with that said, I just want to share with you the gift. I promised you that when you stay up to the end, I had a gift for you that will help you. So let me drop in the file that you'll find that I told you one thing. I always keep resources because I know every time you are dealing with people who have said yes to themselves, people want to transform themselves. They are always looking for things that will bring a change to their lives. And I had something for you to make sure that as you live and as you go and reflect, as you prepare yourself to join me, there is something that will remind you that you have greatness within you. So if you have been here all this time, then you'll find that I've dropped something there for you. You can be able to download it